Welcome back, Heron and Riverside Scholars. Miss Parsons here, ready to deliver your lesson on Skill 24, Radical Equations with Rational Exponents. Now, last time we talked about solving with radical expressions. So now we're going to talk about taking those radicals as if they were written as rational exponents and solving those. So the goals are the same. We want to solve for the variable value that makes the statement true. Same as last time. Okay, step one, you're going to isolate the expression raised to the rational exponent. Okay, then your step two, very similar again, is to undo the rational exponent. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay, undoing the radical was easy. If it was a square root, we squared it. If it was a cubed root, we cubed it. Okay, but how do we undo a rational exponent? Well, we multiply, we do it by multiplying by the reciprocal. Reciprocal. Now, let me just erase that. I always spell it wrong. Reciprocal. Okay, so what is a reciprocal? Well, if I have 1/2, the reciprocal is when you flip it over. 2/1, or just 2. Okay, if I have 3, the reciprocal of 3 is 1/3. Okay, so we're going to be taking the rational exponent, raising it to the reciprocal power to undo it. So let's see what that looks like. So example 1, starting out with an easy one, we want to isolate the expression that's raised to the rational exponent. Okay, in example A, it's already isolated. There's nothing in front of it, nothing behind it. So let's go ahead and undo this. So to do that, I'm going to raise it to the reciprocal of 1/3, which is 3. Got to do it to both sides. Okay, and when that happens, it undoes the exponents, so I'm just left with x minus 2. 5 to the 3rd power, 125. Now we're back to algebra 1, where we're just solving this one-step equation. Minus 2 to both sides, so we add 2 to both sides, and I get x equals 127. Okay, for B, what's raised to the rational exponent? It's just the x to the 3/4 or to the 3/2 power. That 4 is not included. Okay, so that's something that's going to have to go. The minus 5 is also going to have to go. Okay, we start with our addition and subtraction, so the minus 5 is going to be undone first. So I add 5 to both sides. Get 4 times x to the 3/2 power equals 108. Divide by 4. Get x to the 3/2 equals 27. All right, so now that highlighted portion, the x to the 3/2 is isolated. So I need to undo it by raising it by the reciprocal. The reciprocal of 3/2 is 2/3. Got to do it to both sides. Okay. So what does that mean, raising something to a rational expression? So remember that a rational exponent is power over the root. So if I had 27, the power would be 2, cubed root of that. And if you have a nice handy dandy calculator, you could go ahead and put in 27 raised to the 2/3 power. Okay, and hopefully either way you should get 9. So x equals 9. All right, how about C? What is raised to the 7/6 power? It's all this. Is it isolated? Yeah, there's nothing in front of it, nothing behind it. So we're ready to go ahead and undo. So what's the reciprocal of 7/6? 6/7. So I take both sides, make it 6/7. So that means that 128 is the 7th root raised to the 6th power. That has been undone. So I just have 2n plus 72. Got to figure out what this guy is. Okay. And you actually end up getting, if you punch it in your calculator, 64. Okay. And now this is just a two-step equation. Plus 72, we're going to minus 72 from both sides. Okay, that gives me -8 equals 2n. Divide both sides by 2. -4 equals n. Okay, example D. Let's see, what's raised to the 5/4 power? Well, it's 3v minus 8. So that 4 is going to have to go, the 2 is going to have to go. Get a lot of people confused on this because where do we start? Okay, well, here is the addition. This is actually multiplication between here. Okay, so we're going to get rid of this 4 first by minusing 4 on both sides. Okay, got to get rid of the 2. So I'm going to divide both sides by 2. And that gives me 32. Okay, so now this is isolated. So I'm going to undo it by raising it to the reciprocal, which is 4/5, both sides. Okay, so that has been undone. So I'm left with 3v minus 8. So this is the 5th root of 32. Okay, that power can either be on the inside or the outside. So let's just say I could write it like this too. 3v minus 8. The 5th root of 32 is 2. So that's 2 to the 4th power. So that's 3v minus 8 equals 16. Add 8 to both sides. And I get 3v equals 24. Divide by 3. And v equals 8. Okay, so that's all we have for skill 24. Hopefully you guys learned how to solve an equation that contains rational exponents by isolating it and raising it to the reciprocal power. If you guys need help with anything, feel free to reach out on our office hours, email. Be sure to rewatch the video if you need to. All right, thank you guys. Have a good day.